Welcome in my channel Digital World. Today we learn about tuples in Python. So create new file, click on new, select Python 3. Click on untitled and give name Python tuple. Click on rename. Give heading Python tuple. Click on code and select markdown. Now press shift enter and create new line. See some basic things about tuples. First one is, what is tuple? So tuples are sequence data types in Python. Next one is, it is used to store different data types like we can store integer, float, string, list, etc. Third one is, tuples are comma separated. Tuples are comma separated. Next one is, tuples are mutable. Tuples are immutable. Next one is, tuples are ordered. Next one is, tuples are enclosed in a round bracket. Next one is, tuples are faster than list. And it requires less memory. These are the basic things are there about the tuples. So what is tuple? And why tuple? Okay, so these are the basic things are there about the tuple. So we can write here as a markdown. See some examples how to declare tuple. So we'll see example 1, declaration of tuple. As above we had seen that the tuples are declared in a round bracket. So take one variable, for example tup1 is equal to a round bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are total 5 elements are there in the tuple. So we can write here tup1 and display the values in the tuple. So tup1 is 1 to 5 and display tup1. So this tuple is represented over here. Next one is, just check type of tuple. So just see example 2, how to verify type of tuple. So to verify type of tuple, just simply write only one syntax, that is type of tup1. So tup1 is declared above, right? And to verify its type, write keyword, that is type into bracket variable name, that is tup1. So the type of tup1 should be tuple. So in this way we have to verify type of tuple. The next one is we have to verify that tuples are immutable. So we have to verify some values and we have to just check that it is not possible to change value of tuple. So tuples are immutable. Take one example. The same example we will take that we have declared in the first one. tup1 is equal to 1 2 3 4 5. For example, I want to change one value in tup1. So variable name is tup1 into square bracket 2 is equal to 60. Right? So I want to change value at the position. Now in the tup1, this is 0, 0th indexing, 1 is present, 1 indexing 2 is present, and 2 indexing 3 is present. I want to replace this 3 by 60. Right? So I will write tup1 is into bracket 2 is equal to 60. And then I will display tup1. Right? So it shows that error, tuple object does not support item assignment. It shows that it is not possible to change values in the tuple, so tuples are immutable. Take one more example about data constructor or tuple constructor. So example 4 we will see here about tuple constructor. Select here markdown, go to the next line, take one example. We'll take one string, that is str1 is equal to, we are taking data, right? So now I will take one tuple that is of tup1. tup1 is already there, so we'll take tup2 is equal to type constructor, that is tup tuple into bracket str1. So str1 is string, that string I want to convert in terms of tuple. So here keyword is used, tuple into bracket str1. Now I want to print tup2, right? So we can see here the string is converted in terms of tuple. So tuple is represented in the round bracket and the value data is separated with different characters. So this is called as a tuple constructor. Now see one more example, that is example 5. Tuple indexing. Tuple indexing. Select here markdown. Now go to the next line. Take one more tuple. tup3 is equal to, we'll take few values 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now how to see tuple indexing? For example, we can write tup3 in bracket, you can write 0, right? So tup3 in bracket 0, just enter. So we can say at this is 0 indexing and at 0 indexing value present is 10. Now if you want to go for negative indexing, then you can write tup3 is equal to -1. So -1 we are checking, at -1 the value present is 50. So this should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is positive indexing, and if you want to go in the negative, this is -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Take one more example, that is of tup3 into bracket we can write :3, right? See what value is there. So tup3 is nothing but it will start from 0 indexing, so 0, 1, 2 and 40 is nothing but 3. So 3 is not included over here, so we can represent, that is tup3 is tup3 into bracket :3 is nothing but it will include values only zero indexing, first indexing and second indexing. 3 is not included in the same list. So in this way we can go for tuple indexing. Now see one more example in which we can include all different data types in the tuple. So example 5, we can represent tuple with different data types. Select here as a markdown and see one example that we can write here. Tup4 is equal to, we have to represent tuple in round bracket. So the first we are taking integer, that is 1. Then we will take float, that is 10.2. This is float value. Then we can take string. So string we can take data. The next one we will take list. So take one list. Lists are always defined in the square bracket. So write 10, 20, 30. This is list, right? Then we can take one set, that is 1, 4, 5. Right? So there are different data types we are representing in the tuple. Now we have to represent tup4 and then check it. So whatever we have written over here in the tup4, all things are displayed over here in the respective tuple. So in this way we can use tuples with different data types. So in this video we learn about basics of tuples. Tuples are always represented in the round bracket, right? Tuples are comma separated, tuples are immutable, tuples are ordered, so we can give indexing. These are always enclosed in the round bracket, and tuples are faster than list. So these are the basic things about the tuple. Thank you so much.